actually from Denver. I was born there, raised until I was probably 5, I believe, and then we moved to St. Joe from there. And I've been living in St. Joe almost ever since. A little bit of back and forth between Colorado and here in Missouri.
Why'd you all come here?
Well, it's hard to answer. Family, it's forced. They put me in a cage and brought me. Me and my brother, all my life, we've been doing art, drawing, and just creating art and doing artistic things with music and with pencil, all kinds of different things. I was getting tattooed by a guy, and he happened to ask, to see some of my artwork because we got in a conversation about art, and I brought him the artwork in and showed him some of the stuff that I've been working on throughout my life. It's kind of a small portfolio of things that I had. I just had drug around things that I could find because I'm not exactly the most organized person. So I found a few things that I had, brought it to him, and he dug it, and he told me he wanted to make me a tattoo artist. I actually, at the time, I declined because I actually had a career for what I thought was going to be my future career at Harley Davidson, and I wanted to be a motorcycle designer, so I was really had my eyes and my heart set on that. But because of a layoff in 2009, 2009, I got laid off. I actually took him up on his offer to become a tattoo artist, and that's kind of what sparked it all off. I worked for him for about 3 years at his shop. For unforeseen reasons, he closed his shop down, and I opened up a shop behind that because I just knew basically that's what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. Another unforeseen circumstance at Harley Davidson created basically the ideal environment for me to want to leave there and go into tattooing rather than stay at a factory and continue to work for someone else and someone. I've done so many tattoos, it's really difficult for me to say exactly which tattoo I like the best. There's a few that I really dig that I thought turned out really well. One was a tiger on a leg with some roses on a foot, and that turned out really well. Another piece would be like a gypsy on my hand, and that turned out pretty cool too. I really dig that. And those are black and gray pieces. As far as color goes, that's another difficult question. I did a little Batman that was pretty cool, and I also did some kind of a flower. I want to say lilac or something. The style that I prefer or that I kind of lean towards is probably going to be something like surrealism, realism, new school, and graffiti styles. I also really dig, and probably one of my favorite is going to be the black and gray Latino style. I really dig that gangster style tattooing. Honestly, I'm not real sure where I came up with the name. It just kind of popped into my head one day, and it sounded really good. Outlaw Inc. Man, I've got a lot of inspiration from different things in my life. I would say that probably a huge factor would be things that I idolized as a child. Probably Wyatt Earp with Kevin Costner. It was a great movie. It really inspired me as a child. Gladiator, and so I kind of thought of these men as like outlaws and above what is your standard by government or authority rules, So these guys didn't always follow the grain of society. They went on their own, and that's what made them outlaws. And so those are the people that I really embraced as idols. I actually opened up Outlaw Inc. We were officially open on October 31st of 2011, which would have been Halloween, which is really kick-ass. I don't know how it worked out that way because we never planned it that way, but it actually just turned out perfect. So October 31st of 2011 was our open date. So we get to celebrate not only Halloween but our anniversary every Halloween. Culture, it's different. Being a tattoo artist and getting tattoos might be a little bit different culture from what I understand of it, and then I guess being a tattoo artist, then I find that the culture is like a lot different than maybe people who are getting tattooed. So the lifestyle is definitely a total different lifestyle than what the norm is. It's really not as structured yet structured. It's so totally it's different. Hard to explain. We see everything a lot different than what other people see things. Everything that I look out, I try to figure out how to tattoo it. The color, the texture, the lighting, the highlights, all the little things and everything. And this is how I walk through life. I could be randomly in a mall and just looking at people and trying to figure out where I would shade and what I would do to make that a tattoo, and what colors I would use if I'm using color, if I'm black and gray, what contrasts work well. So it's really different mindset probably than what a normal person's. People probably think I'm crazy for some of the things that go through my mind. But I like to use my imagination quite a bit. We run a little bit more rampant than the average person, I think, as far as in our mind.